Timta hasa fi paren shilpa timta. Anuki sayud shilta kai zurakaya. Anuki maku shil atsakata am shil yamasi nuwabiyanat. Wahaza kalun hasa hag atnid mea taladin tamid. Greetings, I'm Plenipotentiary of Earth, Chief Nanyashabu Ale of the Atsakata Nation of Yamasee Moors, and this is Now Fact number 238. This Now Fact is brought to you courtesy of Gatti Boy. Get in here fame. So let's check out this video that he just dropped a couple weeks ago.
Y'all was in my box, and man, get in here. Y'all asked for it. Y'all was in my box, and y'all say, Getty, give us some more secrets, Getty. It's 2025. Okay, I got you. But donate $1, and you gonna want to download this video. Have you ever heard of Operation Pharaoh? This is hidden from you. Now, what was Operation Pharaoh? Well, they aim at identifying living descendants of the ancient Egyptian, Pharaoh Ramses III. And as you can see, direct lineage of pharaohs, right? They're looking for the paternal descendants. Take a screenshot. Now, when they took blood samples from the corpse, he was identified as E1B1A. Take a screenshot. Now, they scoured the whole world, and they couldn't find millions of peoples, right, in one area. They couldn't find no archaeology evidence in one area, and they couldn't find thousands of mounds and pyramids in one area. But where do you think they found this at? You guessed it, North America. 60% of the so-called African Americans carry the haplogroup E1B1A. They was like, wait, so they all are family members? And then they say, wait, it's 47.9 million of these peoples, all descendants in one place?
Hold on, don't skip out where he said who self-identified as black. That's critical.
That's what they said. And then they start finding evidence in these Indian so-called mounds, right? Like the New York Holy Stone was buried, connected to the lost tribes of Israel, mound builders and Israelites. Take a screenshot. And then they said we have another problem. We have another problem. Add to the proof. They said the mound builders was built by the ancient Egyptians. They build mounds? What? Then you tap on the picture, it brings up this in North America? What? So, can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? Well, if you can, donate $1 and download the video.
Much appreciated to Gatti Boy for that video. Much appreciated to Kiyani, the elder, for sending that to me down in South Carolina. Now we have to get to some reality here. That is true as far as the scientific aspect is. However, when you're doing commerce and you're doing contracts, if you self-identify as black, all of that is nullified. They're not going to tell you that legally speaking. They're not going to tell you that anthropologically speaking. They're not going to tell you that scientifically speaking. However, let us go and I will show you something that will be of great interest. So, Barack Obama, back in 2012 on October 16th at 12:38 p.m., stated to Tom Joyner on his Tom Joyner morning show when he was greeted by Tom greets him by saying, "It's our first black president." of the United States. President Obama replies, Tom, I don't look at myself as the first black president because the word black has no standing at law. Now, Barack is a constitutionally trained attorney, and he just gave a secret he wasn't supposed to say. When we go to Old English and we look up black, it is an adjective, means bright, shining, glittering, flashing, pale, pallid, and wan. This is the origins of what we call modern English. This is the Anglo-Saxon language. As it states here, the language of the Anglo-Saxons, the portal to the language of the Anglo-Saxons. So everyone should have this. When you look up the origins, the etymology of the words, then you're going to see that calling oneself black, which was mentioned in his video, means they're pale. So that doesn't apply to them. Now, when we go to the definitions of race, as defined by the U.S. Department of Education in accord with the Center for Disease Control, as well as World Health Organization, National Institute of Health, all courts, etc., they all acknowledge that there are no black racial groups of Africa, because this is what the definition of black is. Black or African American, a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. There are none. White, though, is defined as a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, which is named after an Ethiopian princess named Europa, the Middle East, or North Africa. And when we go to American Indian or Alaskan Native, it's a person having origins in any of the original peoples of North and South America, including Central America, who maintains cultural identification through tribal affiliation or community attachment, and that were the Olmecs, who came from Uganda. So as you can see here, the video that Gatti Boy put out, that's sound. The only thing, though, is if you have on your contracts that self-identify as black or African American, you're done. This is why the remedy that I have, which is on OpenSea, the remedy for the computer code, this is how we're going to stop computer intelligence for those people who can face the truth, handle the truth, and want to stop the encroachment that is happening every nanosecond by these computers, which they call artificial intelligence, which are not. They're computer intelligence. And part of the word, the etymology of compute, means to terminate. So this is why from now on, the word white, dark, and carbon must be identified with this color and given this correct coding. This is how you fix the computer's mental illness, because that's what the artificial intelligence essentially has. Black or pale must be identified and associated with this, because that's what black means, pale, in English. And it should give this value, which is none. This was done deliberately by the first programmer, ignorantly or unignorantly. However, this is the remedy. One tab I want to bring up here, I got to because it's important, is the census. So for all those people who think they know what they're talking about as it pertains to race, this is what the U.S. Census, which is in accord with all the other countries on the planet, this is how they define race. White, again, a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. American Indian, a person having origins in any of the original peoples of North and South America, including Central America, and who maintains tribal affiliation or community attachment. The 1997 OMB standards permit the reporting of more than one race. An individual's response to the race question is based upon self-identification. An individual's response to the race question is based upon self-identification. 2 times. What is race? The data on race were derived from answers to the question on race that was asked of individuals in the United States. This is also global. The U.S. Census Bureau collects racial data in accordance with guidelines provided by the U.S. Office of Management and Budget, OMB. And these data are based on self-identification. So you have the right to be white, and white is a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. So you have to get white. You might be Egyptian, as they say. Tamarian is the correct syntax in your blood. However, if you're doing commerce and you mark off Black or African American, you nullify that. That's totally deleted. This is why that remedy is so important. So you have to come on my webinar. As you can see here, Facebook is a third-party witness. And coming on my webinar, I will show you how to change your race and ethnicity from Black to white, claim your indigenous heritage, because this also means that the original indigenous in North America are the Egyptians, not the Native Americans, based on how they are defining it, not the people with red skin. We know they're from the Red Deer Caves in China. They're Mongolians. So that means you need to put on your namuds and show that you're Tamarian, Egyptian, as they say, in North America, Egypt of the West, as coined by U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. 587-712-0639 or 587-501-7262. As well, what's new now, any of you all having events that would like me to participate or want me to speak at an event near you, you can contact me and you can have me come down. I'll fly down and do a seminar at your event. So I'm open for that. So you can contact me at 587-501-7262 so I can speak at any speaking engagements or events that you have. And as you can see, this is what got them spooked. Wearing the namus, because people overlooked that. Yes, we were here first in the East and the West. So this is now fact number 238. Appreciate everyone being here. Don't hesitate to get on the webinar. It's your right to be white. Chashikadur, white power.